Hi guys, yes, I know I'm looking good. Yeah, I know I'm puffing you. So it's just feeling herself right now. Yeah. Anyways guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I am going to be sharing with you guys the lessons I learned from my past relationships. No long things. I don't want to have too many. I like that. Anyways, I'm trying not to have a long video, so I'm just going to go straight into it. The first thing I'm going to talk about is that as a human being, you have to have standards. What do you stand for? You have to have standards. I know there are people out there, you know, as I'm talking, I'm doing like this. I just want you to see my hairstyle and everything, girl, because the girl is playing. Okay, so yeah, there are people out there who think that when you have standards, you're not being realistic. You know, you're not going to get somebody who will mark all, you know, cross all the points on your list. Yo, I do not mean that you will find a perfect person, but as a human being, you have to have something you stand for. You have to have standards, and by standards I mean, what do you want? Do you understand? You have to know what you want. You just don't go for anybody. You have to know what you want, and when you have your list, then you have your priorities and the things that you can compromise. You understand? So for instance, someone like me, I can't compromise on someone who is not God-fearing. I cannot compromise on someone who is not honest. I cannot compromise on somebody who is not respectful. When I say respectful, I mean respectful to me, respectful to other people, respectful to, you know, pets. Yeah, let's just go there and say pets. But yeah, respect. I cannot compromise it. So if there's anybody who wants to be with me and I realize the person is not God-fearing, it's not an honest person, it's not respectful, it's not respectful, then automatically you won't make the cut. You won't make the cut. Now on my list, there are some things I can compromise on. For instance, those are the superficial things, like how the person looks, whether the person is tall, short. Do I want to compromise on height? No, let's forget about height. So let's say dark skin, light skin, you know, fat, slim. Those things I can compromise on, because I don't care about those things that much. Even though I have like, oh, I want someone who is tall, who is this, who is that, slim. Yeah. I don't want someone who is slim, but someone who, yeah, you get the point. So yes, I can compromise on certain things, but there's some things I just cannot. And so anyone that I have to date would have to have a bit of that. I compromised on these things in my past relationships and it didn't work. Second thing I would have to tell you is, do not be pressured by anybody to enter any relationship, not from your family. I'm sorry, family people, and people think that you have to, you know, but never be pressured by your family or your friends or society to enter a relationship. It's just going to be difficult for you when you realize like all the butterflies have left and you have to deal with the person. There's going to be a point in time where you'll be like, I didn't even want to be with you, I didn't even choose you, and it's even worth staying together. You know, never be pressured. Do it because you want to, not because, oh, your friends think he's a nice guy, your friends think he's a rich guy. For the guys also, your friends think, oh, she has the body, you know, your friends think she has what, she can cook and all those. Be with someone for what you want, not because other people are pushing you to. Okay, I've been there before, where I entered a relationship with an amazing guy. I think that we would have done very well as friends, but because he liked me, I didn't like him. He was not the kind of person I wanted to date, but I could be friends with the person. And he liked me and he told everybody, and everyone he knew, I don't know, those people in their clique, you know, everyone he knew was trying to, you know, oh, so that, you know, he likes you, be with someone who loves you more than you love the person. Yeah. That was I don't want to go there. But yeah, then I entered the relationship and it was okay. It was like we were making it work. And then when the challenges started coming in, that's when it started hitting me like, you're not the person I even wanted to be with in the first place. I don't know if it's worth fighting for. Guys, it did not work. As we're sitting here talking today, it didn't work. Do not be pressured into a relationship. Go for it because you want it. Okay, next point, high expectations on both sides, girls, guys. Let's start with the girls. The girls who think that my boyfriend is supposed to be, you know, buying me outfits, is supposed to be buying me my hair, paying for all my nail works and all those things, you know, spoiling me with cash. And girl, it's not always like that. Don't have that high expectation when you're entering a relationship. So if you do not get it, you are not disappointed. Now there are men who are naturally like that. When you enter a relationship with them, they will do all those things for you without even asking. And when you find someone like that, fine. But if you go and be with somebody and you see your friend someone is doing the same thing for your friend and your boyfriend is not doing that for you, that doesn't mean he doesn't love you. And because of that high expectation, it can ruin a very beautiful relationship. Do not go into a relationship with those high unrealistic with the guys. Oh, and then she'll be cooking for me, and she'll be coming to wash my things, and she'll be submissive, all those things. Oh, and by submissive, most of the time when they say submissive, they mean she can't talk. She has to say yes, sir, boss, every time. You know, those unrealistic expectations. Come on, guys. Next point. Something I was discussing with my friend recently, Agape. Do not enter a relationship with an expectation of how you thought the person would be. For instance, there is always a facade someone puts out. You understand? There's always, everybody has that. There is the personality you show other people, and there's the personality you show the people who are very close to you. Okay, so if you see, look at me, I'm normally not a makeup person, but if every time on Instagram you see this makeup, or even better, because like, guys, I'm doing well. And before I continue, I have for the girls, so the ladies, you know, if you're a guy who also does makeup, or you want to, you know, encourage your girl or your sister or your mommy to do makeup, it's not a tutorial, but you can watch it. It's a challenge I made for myself, because I'm not a makeup person, so I was trying to follow a certain tutorial that I watched offhead, right? I'm trying to remember. Yes, so I will be posting it on Wednesday. So if you are interested in seeing that, just click on the notification bell so that when I release the video, you will be notified. Now, what was I saying? High expectations. You see all this glam and you think that this is some glamorous person who is always like out there shopping, you know, walking like a model, sitting like a model, and then you get to know me and you realize that, oh, this girl is a fool. When I say fool, I don't mean fool. Like, she likes fooling, she's jovial, she's not all that serious, you know, as I thought she was, you know, and you still want to hold on to what you thought the person was, so you start attacking who the person actually is. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Get to know the person for who they are. Get to know me for who I am. Get to know the guy for who he is. Get to know the girl for who she is. And if you still want to be with the person, then you move on into a relationship. But you don't dismiss, especially when the person is being vulnerable and showing you that these are my strengths, these are my weaknesses, and you sort of ignore the things that they are showing you and still have a certain perception. This is how my boyfriend should be. This is how I saw you, and so this is how I'm going to see you. And so when you do all these other things, I don't like them. This is not, I don't want you to be like, oh my God, you don't want me to be me? You don't want me to be me? And then you keep going, and then you enter a relationship with a person and you are still attacking the person's personality. Guys, ladies, come on now, preach, say preach. High expectations. Get to know the person, and when you want to accept the person for who they are, you move on. And when you accept somebody, which is bringing me to the next point, which is everybody has flaws, and so do you. Everybody has flaws, baby. Everybody. So when you are working, as I said in my previous video, in a relationship, it is it's teamwork, it's team building. And so I have flaws, you have flaws, but we are trying to be better. So if, for instance, my flaw is I'm very insecure with the way I look, let's say my belly, you know, there are things that you cannot change with the snap of a finger, but you can work on gradually. So I just have to accept my belly for what it is, and then I work towards it. This is like that. So I have a problem with the way my belly looks, and I'm always complaining, and instead of you to just be positive and encouraging, you go like, why is I insecure? I don't like insecure people, and so like that's it, you want to end the relationship. Nah, team building, guys, ladies. Oh, don't worry, and try to be nice. Don't worry. See, I understand your belly, but you just have to be able to accept it. This is what you can't do anything about it for it to change immediately. But if you really are insecure about your belly, let's start working on it together. I'll wake you up, or I'll be jogging with you. Support, guys. Support. Hey, I'll be working with you. I'll be jogging with you. We'll be doing the stomach exercises, gloating, you know, all those things. It's team building. So regardless of the fact that it's a flaw, and it's a flaw, you have to just accept the, especially if it's a flaw you can live with. Okay, I cannot live with disrespect. I just can't. So if I realize that you are disrespecting me and I've mentioned it to you, and you are not trying to work on yourself, or you're not even trying to allow me to help you work on yourself, that's it for me. I'm sorry, but I cannot be with somebody who does not respect me. I can't. So yeah, I hope you get the gist. And the last thing I would like to talk about, guys, is that everybody focus more on agape love instead of romantic love. Yes, romantic love is important in a relationship, but it does not sustain the relationship. Focus on agape love. Agape love will be there for you when you wake up and you do not feel butterflies. You don't feel butterflies, but you still want to be with the person. I was with someone and it was purely just romantic. I mean, of course I cared for the person, but I entered on that feeling of romantic love. And so there were times I would wake up and I would not feel butterflies, and I'm like, is this what a relationship is? I don't want to be with you again. I mean, like, you know. But in my second relationship, as I said in my previous video, God taught me you have to love them like the way I love you. Of course, that sort of love should not be abused, especially in a relationship that can get toxic and dangerous. Do not abuse love. If you're watching this, when someone genuinely loves you, do not abuse it. Reciprocate. It's only nice, it's only respectful to reciprocate. What is the point of being with somebody if you do not want to reciprocate love? Think about it. Huh? Focus on agape love. Agape love will be there for you when romantic love fizzles. It doesn't go and stays away. It goes, it comes back, it goes, it comes back. So yeah, but when it goes, agape will be there for you. Agape is the kind of love that even when your partner is acting up, giving a bad attitude, when your partner is very disrespectful on one occasion, etc., it doesn't prevent you from actually wanting to be there for them. It doesn't stop you, you know. It's a whole deep, I hope maybe one day I'll do a deep, like, in-depth discussion on agape love so that you get it. But yeah, try it and come. So the last thing I'll leave with you guys is a question, whether it's a myth or a fact. There's this school of thought out there that believes that if you do not get to be friends with somebody for a long time, before dating the person, your relationship is doomed. Do you believe that? Do you believe that? Because personally, guys, I do not believe that. I believe that so long as you want to make something work and you have the mindset of making it work, regardless of all the problems that will come your way, it will work. Both ways. You can put in all the effort you want, but if the other person is not putting in effort, it won't work, unfortunately. So yeah, I don't think that, I mean, it's important to know or to be open to accept who you want to date, but I don't think that there's a certain time frame, like you have to be friends with someone for 1 year before you start dating, you know. It went like that for some people, but some people got to know each other in 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, and they are married, and they are still married, and the people who were together for 6 years, 7 years are the ones getting divorced, you know. No shade, but like, I didn't even want to go so deep into it. Anyways, yeah. So question, I want to see your comments in the comments. Let's start discussing this in the comments section. Till then, till you see me in the next video, it's bye for now, guys. Have a nice weekend, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. Okay, bye.